How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. This is Paiseec's high-tech 3-in-1 electric wheelchair W3. I got some comments saying, why are you reviewing these electric wheelchairs now? You're retired, but not that retired. You gotta find some things to do, such as review these electric wheelchairs, especially if they are this high-tech looking stuff. At the same time, I do think this is a pretty cool wheelchair. It's the most advanced one I've seen. I like how this little knob thing is very soft to the touch. It's like kind of like a silicone feel. And I've tested other electric powered things where, you know, if you push the throttle, it's either on or off. This is not like that. You can roll very, very, very slowly or anywhere in between. See, if I push it all the way, it goes much faster. If I push it all the way back, and if I kind of let up on it, it can go much slower. This is an analog joystick, so it doesn't just go left, right, forward, and back. I can see there's at least 6 different positions between here and here. So if it's around the whole circle, there's at least 24. So you can kind of see it if I move it a little bit slower. Listen to the horn. Let's hear it go into the rollator mode.
Walking aid mode activated. Grasp the handlebar to start walking and release to stop.
And then the assisted rolling mode.
E-pushing mode activated. Grasp the handlebar to start pushing and release to stop.
And then back to the wheelchair mode.
Riding mode activated. Operate with joystick. Release it to stop.
Seatbelt here and strap you in. These armrests can slide all the way forward or all the way back. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions total. The entire thing with the battery weighs 50 pounds, 16-mile range on a full charge. You can remove the battery, and it has a 300-pound capacity. You push this lever on the back and just push it forward like that, and it can fit in the trunk. The chair is airline approved, so you can remove the battery, check the chair in, and carry the battery with you. Let's take this chair out and see how well it performs. The previous one that I tested, the S3, was able to fit in my trunk without putting the seat down. This one, I had to put the seat down because it extended a couple of inches further in. So let's see how easy it is to take it out. The little wheels got caught on the trunk mat, so I had to get it out of that. And let's see. 50 pounds, I have to lift the whole thing. There we go. Now I can unfold it. Press and hold the power button for 2 seconds to turn it on. Increase it to level 4, which is around 3.7 miles per hour. Let's see how fast that is. I'm going. This is a nice walk. It's not a run. And you can turn in place. This is as fast as it will go. And you can turn in a pretty tight spot. Turn radius is basically 0 because you can turn in place. Let's see how fast I can go backwards. This is definitely slower than the forward speed. Let's do E-pushing mode and see how fast I can go. I'm pulling the right side a little bit. You're essentially turning the motors yourself, and the electronics is sensing that and helping you. So I'm gonna go forward and left. I'm putting somewhat pressure on here. Definitely a lot lighter than if it's not assisted. So let me go forward as fast as possible. E-pushing mode doesn't allow you to go like 4 miles an hour. If you try to push faster than around 2 miles an hour, it kind of resists you a little bit. Let's try walking aid mode. This feels like the motors are disengaged and I'm pushing the full mass of the entire wheelchair. I have to use a little bit of effort. Definitely a little bit more effort than the electronic assist mode. Now let's go to an area where there's ramps and stuff to see how well it performs. And I'm wondering if I can go up these hills over here. So let's give that a try. It definitely doesn't allow you to turn very easily when you're going at high speed. It expects you to go kind of slow. Going straight is okay. I'm kind of going over rocks and stuff. There's not too much shock absorption. This incline over here looks like it's steeper than 8 degrees to me. I'm not sure, but let's see if we can go up it anyway. Yeah.
Dangerous road condition. Please dismount and walk the device.
It'll still go up anyway, even if it says it's dangerous. If it goes up any steeper, I might actually kind of fall backwards. Ooh, I feel like it's a little dangerous. Look at this little bump. I'll try to go over it slowly. yeah, I can do it. And now we got some rocky road here. Take a look at the view. Typically the armrest would be good for putting your elbows, right? I kind of find myself pushing this forward so I can rest my wrist right here. This gives me a little bit more precise adjustment on the controls. Probably not recommended to do this. We might actually be able to make it up to the peak, just like with the mobility scooter S3 that I tried. I was thinking that this couldn't do it, but it's getting kind of sketchy though. If I slow down a little bit, it does work. I can still go up these trails. There you have it. I got to a point where I'm stuck. Oh, it got itself off. Okay, we can keep going. There we have it. We made it up to the peak, but this is a nice stopping point. I'm surprised it can make it this far. The back has these tiny wheels. If you push on the button here, they do come off like so, in case these bother you and you don't want to use them. And with those off, you get less of a safety. It can kind of tip over backwards. The batteries right here, you can pull on this lever and it'll unlock it from these two positions on the side, like so. And then you just pull it right out. And this is a 288 watt hour battery. Typical airline requirements is under 300 watt hours, so this is just under the limit. Taking a look at the back wheel, it does say 50 PSI over here, cold. Open that up right here, and this reveals a place where we can fill up the air. And the front ones are not air, they are solid tires. As this wheel swings around, there's about 1 inch clearance here. So just know that when you're turning, your feet do need to be right on top of this platform or else it might rub. Let's take a look at this little storage compartment here. That can serve as a little storage area there. It comes with this carrying case where you can hang it across the handlebars on the back. There's a center compartment, a rear compartment, and 2 side pockets. That's not quite big enough for a drink. While it does not have a permanent drink holder, it does come included with this accessory. It has a couple of straps for you to tie it to different locations, and I'm gonna try to attach it here. It also comes with a cover. Let's put it on. There are 2 straps at the bottom. They're not buckle style. You just kind of tie it together yourself. They're equal length, so you got to reach towards the middle somehow. And there's a little bit of elasticity, kind of like those fitted sheets. And you wrap it around the front. It kind of reminds me of one of those grill covers where it goes over the entire thing and the fabric kind of tucks underneath the thing. On the front 2 corners, there's these 2 yellow strips. Looks somewhat reflective so you can see it at night. It's a cover for when the entire wheelchair is folded out. It doesn't need to be folded together before you put the top on. Let's take this back off. Now we can put it in this storage case. Kind of makes sense to have this now. After you turn it on in wheelchair mode, it'll show a 1 right here. If you press the plus sign, it'll go to 2, 3, and then 4. Maximum speed for 1 is 0.6 miles per hour, 2 is 1.25 miles per hour, 3 is 2.8 miles per hour, 4 is 3.7 miles an hour. 3.7 miles an hour is a very, very brisk walk. It's kind of like a speed walk level. At 16-mile range, it means you can go as far as 8 miles, but to go 3.7 miles, it'll take you 1 entire hour. It's gonna last about 4 hours of you constantly driving this thing. You can actually charge it right here, right underneath the controls with this little plug here. This is kind of like a beefy one. You can put it right in there and you plug this into the wall. So if you want to store this outside, chain it up or something, you don't actually have to bring the entire wheelchair indoors. You can just take the battery out and charge it through this port over here. This charger 60 watts. To charge the battery from empty to full will take about 6 hours or so. Most of the time it's not going to be like that. Maybe you drained it half. So you plug it in for 3 to 4 hours to get it back to full. Notice on both sides, underneath the armrest, there's this little hook over here. You can hook various things. These handlebars has sensors inside. If you don't have your hands on it, it's gonna light up orange. If you have one hand on it, it's gonna light up orange. But with both hands on it, it turns blue. Now it's unlocked and you can push it around. If one of them is off, then it becomes a lot harder to push. These handlebars can swivel too. Push these rings down and swivel them so that they're vertical, like so. This orientation is more for e-assist mode. It's more ergonomic for whoever is pushing, versus if you have it like this is more if you just want to use the wheelchair as a walker, so you can push this around. I just want to note that the sensor is over here. At first, when I put my hand on here, I felt this little hole. That's just a screw hole. You don't actually have to grip onto the entire thing. You can just put your hands on here and it thinks that you gripped onto it. Now, does it think there's a hand there if you put some clothes on it? Nope. There are two positions in each of these sensors. One right here on the left side, as I slide it over, one right there. And this one, it turns off, slide, one right there. So there's actually two sensors on each handlebar. Sometimes you want to move this thing without turning it on. Right behind this plastic, there are two levers. You can push down on it, and with that turned off, you can push this cart around much easier. See, if I re-engage them and try to push it, see? It won't move because the magnets are on. I'll turn the wheelchair over so we can see the bottom. Batteries behind here, you have the controller over here and one motor on each wheel, one right here and one down there. Here's a mechanical foot pedal that disengages it so that you can fold it up. And you also have this wire that goes up to the controls at the top. I'm looking at it from the bottom. Here's one of the levers that disengages the magnetic brakes. I'm pushing it. This is disengage, and push it back up to re-engage it. Now the wheel spins freely. Re-engage it. Now it's stuck. There's a user manual packet. Inside is a quick start guide and a square carrying case. This comes included with a cup holder, a mount, a little tote bag, and a cover. Over here is the power adapter. This has a beefier type of connector. It's a 29.4 volt 2 amp adapter, or approximately 60 watts. There are these straps that's holding it together. Keep this thing to restore it at some point in the future. It's in a stowed position. Just pull back on this and it releases. So if you pull on it now, it doesn't collapse. But if you put your foot on the release pedal and pull up on it, it will collapse once again. Remove these cardboard inserts. One on this side. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys are interested in getting this Paiseec 3-in-1 electric wheelchair, check out my affiliate link down in the video description below. Thanks for watching this video. Until next time.